Hey there, my economics and psychology people. This is Mr. Baker. This is your video lesson slash update for 3/20/20, the last day, excuse me, of the third quarter. I'm going to harp on this again. You've heard my last three videos. You've heard me talking about this, and I'm about to talk about it yet again. Be sure to check Home Access Center for your grades. If you don't have access, email me, and I will provide you with a list of things that you're missing, also what your current grade is. That can kind of give you an idea of what you need to do to get caught up or to get to that grade that you want. You can email me anytime. I answered one student's email last night at midnight, so that's not a usual practice, but I happened to be up, checked my email before I went to bed, and there was an email from a student, so I returned the email, okay? Again, today is the last day. I have to have grades loaded in the system for the fourth quarter, okay? Remember to check Google Classroom for those assignments that I've talked about the last couple of days. I've assigned you some of you individual assignments. Go on there, check and see what I've sent you. That stuff, I've looked into the grade book, and that's stuff that you need to get caught up, okay? Especially if you've got to bring it home from school. You can access it on Google Classroom, and a lot of those are Google Docs that you can write in. If they're PDF, I'm still trying to figure out how to get that converted over to a Google Doc. You can use the PDF as a guide, and a lot of them have like website links and things like that. Answer the questions on a separate sheet of paper and send me a pic of the sheet of paper. And guys, when you send me your pictures, please make sure the lighting is good. I've gotten some pictures that I can't read because the lighting has been really dark. Also, if you can, put it in dark ink or go over it a couple times in pencil. That'll help me be able to see it on the picture. Okay, I appreciate that. And some of you have already sent those in to me. So if you've watched the news lately, you know that the governor came out yesterday and announced that we will be out of school until April 17th. I'll put it that way. Okay, so that's the first 3 weeks of the fourth quarter. No word yet on how far this is going to go. This is kind of a moment by moment thing with the COVID-19 virus, where it keeps changing daily. As more people get tested, we're going to see more positive cases. So just like you guys, I have no clue where this is going. And if you had me in class, I told you before not to listen to me much on this because I've been wrong every step of the way. So just keep abreast of the news. Don't freak out. We'll figure this out. As an historian, I can tell you this is probably not going to rank very highly on the list of deadliest diseases that the human race have had to deal with, but it's still something, especially in our modern lives, that we haven't dealt with. So we'll take this a step at a time. Fourth quarter going forward, I haven't heard any word yet. It'll have to be digital learning just like this the first part of the year. I'm sure you'll get emails, your parents, and you will get emails on how we're going to do that. So just, again, stay abreast of the news, of what's going on. Yeah, don't freak out. Just take precautions. Don't get into big groups of people. Don't touch your face, your eyes, your nose, those things that we do without thinking about it. Just don't do that, because that's what is causing the issue, okay? Wash your hands. Don't cough on your buddy, any of that kind of stuff, okay? All right, so one more time, get your work to me. Today's the last day. I'm going to be posting some videos, 2 more Crash Course Economics and 2 more Crash Course Psychologies to help you guys get caught up on some of this stuff. And as a refresher, some of you still have to take some tests and do some study guides. Those should help bring that old information up that we haven't talked about in a few weeks, okay? So this is the time in this lesson that I do my History is My Bag book review. Today I thought we'd do something a little different. I'm going to do a movie review. So the movie that I'm going to do or talk about is called Gladiator. It's from 2000. It stars Russell Crowe as a general in the Roman legions. His name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. It takes place right after, around the time that the Colosseum had been built for a few, maybe 50 or 100 years. It takes place in a time period called the Pax Romana, which means Roman peace. It is a period of time of probably the highest period of time in Roman history, or the best. So they were largely at peace. They were prosperous. They were pushing their outer borders, so the empire was still growing. The emperor at that point's name is Marcus Aurelius. He is known as one of the 5 good emperors. So these emperors are called that because they oversaw this expansive period of time in Roman history called the Pax Romana. So they're called the 5 good emperors. Maximus is a general under Marcus Aurelius. It starts with him fighting the Germanic tribes and expanding the empire's borders. Marcus Aurelius dies, and his son Commodus, played by Joaquin Phoenix, you guys might know him as the Joker, he takes over as emperor, and he's kind of a wackadoo, so very unstable. A lot of the Roman emperors were. I mean, we're talking about an empire where one emperor named his horse a senator just to show how much he disliked the Senate. And my dad joke for that is, how can the horse as a senator vote in the Senate? He can only vote nay. Yeah, I know, it's a bad joke. So during this time period, Marcus Aurelius, I won't give away everything, but he ends up becoming a gladiator through a turn of events. The movie does have some Hollywood tomfoolery in it. There's a scene where Marcus Aurelius is walking through his camp surveying his troops, and there's a dude in blue jeans in the corner. So it's not all historically accurate, but there's enough. There's some really good visuals to show you what the Colosseum probably looked like at its height. It's just a very, very good movie. If you don't cry at the end of this movie, then you don't have a heart. Okay, so it is a good movie. I don't have a picture of it. It's somewhere in this house. We just moved in a few months ago, and you guys know how that is with moving. You're always constantly digging new stuff out, and you don't know where it's at. But Gladiator 2000, look it up on any of the streaming services that might be out there. It's a very good historical epic. All right, so this is Mr. Baker signing out for the 3rd quarter, last day. We'll see you after spring break. You guys have a good, safe spring break, and we'll see you the beginning of the 4th quarter. And again, we'll have more info about how that's going to look. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.